Hello, everyone. I'm Julie Harker, News Director at Brownfield Ag News. And with me today is Missouri Representative David Gregory, who is chairman of the Special Committee on Government Accountability. Um, Brought up a very important topic to us, and we want to talk to him more about it. You're calling for an investigation, sir, into the problems with the cattle market, lack of transparency in the cattle market, and its impact on Missouri cattle producers. Tell us what you are aiming to do.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. So I'm leading an initiative to investigate price fixing and other anti-competitive practices within the cattle industry. So right now, this is no surprise to most of those listening, but right now, there's some pretty strong circumstantial evidence that the meat packers are coordinating efforts to suppress the price of fed cattle. And that's a problem. And if that is actually occurring, it's illegal. Missouri farmers and cattlemen have literally been experiencing low prices for their fed cattle, while at the exact same time, the meat packers have been enjoying all-time high prices for their beef products. So something's up. There's smoke, and where there's smoke, there could be fire, and that is something that we need to do. We need to do this investigation. I can tell you, our farmers and our cattlemen, they are vital to Missouri's economy, and we are focused on in maintaining the integrity of that beef supply chain.
When could an investigation like this get underway? How soon? And what are you aiming to do exactly?
Very good. So hopefully the investigation could begin soon. We're going to need the Speaker of the House's consent, and we'll also be seeking what's called subpoena power from the Speaker to subpoena key witnesses, documents, things of that nature. But I can tell you this, and it's hard to do, but it's necessary to do it right. We're going to let the evidence lead to the conclusion. We cannot allow some conclusion to lead to the evidence that we're seeking. So we're going to step back. We're going to take as unbiased of a position as we can, and we're going to begin investigating certain key areas of concern that we have been identified by witnesses, former people in the industry, current people in the industry, and we're going to start to dig in and let the evidence lead to whatever conclusion it may be.
As I'm sure you're aware, USDA Ag Secretary last year called for an investigation through the Department of Justice. And then U.S. Representative Vicky Hartzler also has a bill very similar, looking for more transparency in the market so farmers can get a handle on what's happening out there and have a better advantage. Do you support those, and do you look to perhaps, once this investigation is complete, doing something on the state level, and what can be done at the state level?
Very good. Yeah, no, so I haven't read the specifics of some of that legislation. I can tell you I will support anything with an effort to be more transparent, to be more fair, and combat against these anti-competitive practices. I will support anything and everything to that. And what I hope is that this investigation, it sheds light, that it admit at a very minimum, it calls to question a lot of the key areas of concern, and then at least addresses what can we do moving forward to ensure it doesn't happen again. We need to maintain that integrity within the supply chain. And so anything, any team effort that I can be part of, I would be honored to be part of, whether it's legislatively in the state level, whether it's legislatively and insisting at the US level, whatever I can do based on the findings of our investigation, I will be honored to do moving forward.
You're in St. Louis. Um, you're not a farmer, but you eat just like the rest of us. How did this come to your attention?
Very good. So I've been visiting with a lot of my colleagues. I'm getting to know, I've befriended and become very close with cattlemen here, state rep cattlemen, to be clear, other farmers that have cattlemen in their districts. And I can tell you, it became very evident very quickly that there is a serious concern. Okay, a lot of farmers, a lot of cattlemen, they all seem to have these concerns, and we can't quite put our finger on what is happening or why and how it's affecting both Missouri cattlemen as well as other cattlemen outstate. As far as our concern is, my concern right now is Missouri and how it's affecting our farmers and our cattlemen. And so I can tell you, it's very, very evident of all those farmers and those cattlemen that I've become friends with and worked with and met with, that this is a concern and we've got to get to the bottom of it.
We have a cattleman in the governor's office, Mike Parson. Have you talked with him about it?
I haven't had the chance to talk in detail. I would certainly assume that his office would be very, very supportive of such an endeavor, but I have not had the chance yet to talk about the specifics. I really look forward to doing that as well.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us about this, and do keep us posted.
Will do. Thanks so much for having me.
All right. Thanks again. I'm Julie Harker on Brownfield.